Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I analyze the case of Ashlee Martinson? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoy this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I will put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. First, I'll look at the background of this case, move to the timeline of the crime, and offer my analysis. Ashlee Martinson was born on March 6, 1998. Growing up, she did not have a lot of contact with her father, Jeremy. Her mother, Jennifer, was the primary caregiver. At the age of 8, Jennifer's boyfriend allegedly mistreated Ashlee in a variety of ways, including burning her with cigarettes and throwing objects at her. Ashlee claims that when she was 9 years old, her mother's boyfriend committed an assault of a sexual nature against her. When Ashlee was 16 years old, her family moved to Peel, Wisconsin, which is about 4 hours north of Milwaukee. She lived in a house with her mother, Jennifer, her stepfather, Thomas Ayers, as well as 2 stepsisters and 1 half-sister. All 3 of her sisters were younger than her. Thomas had an extensive criminal history, including offenses related to domestic violence, sex, kidnapping, and criminal mischief. He was a convicted felon and therefore not allowed to possess firearms, yet he kept guns in the house. Thomas physically mistreated Jennifer and Ashlee's sisters, but Ashlee said he did not physically attack her. Rather, he would attack her mother to punish Ashlee. Thomas was violent toward animals. He allegedly shot and killed the family dog. Not long after moving to Peel, Wisconsin, Ashlee's behavior changed drastically. She started getting in trouble with her parents. They grounded her several times. Ashlee started wearing dark clothing and dark makeup. She developed an interest in horror, drew disturbing images, and wrote troubling poems. She posted the poems online under the name Vamp Chick. All these behaviors were certainly alarming to her parents, but they became particularly upset on March 7, 2015, when they discovered the age of Ashlee's boyfriend, Ryan Sisko. He was 22 years old. Ashlee had just turned 17 a day earlier. The discovery of Ryan's age led to a massive argument between Ashlee and her parents. They took away her cell phone and her car keys. Ashlee went to her bedroom. At some point after this, Thomas approached the bedroom door and banged on it loudly. One of them opened the door. It's not clear which one. According to Ashlee, during this confrontation, she killed Thomas with a 12-gauge shotgun and stabbed her mother to death. Ashlee's 3 younger sisters witnessed the stabbing. Ashlee put her sisters in a room and tied some string around the doorknob to prevent them from escaping, like she attached the doorknob to a railing. Ashlee fled the scene. At some point, she connected with her boyfriend, Ryan. They took Thomas's truck and stayed with one of Ashlee's friends, who lived about a mile away. Ashlee's 3 sisters managed to escape the room. They wandered around the house a bit and eventually went to sleep. It would not be until the next day, March 8, when the oldest sister was able to find a cell phone and call 911. So they spent the night in that house with the 2 dead bodies of their parents. After the police arrived at the Martinson family home, they didn't notice anything unusual on the first floor, but the condition of the second floor looked more homicidal than they were expecting. The police found Thomas and Jennifer dead. Thomas had been shot twice with a 12-gauge shotgun, once in the neck and once in the head, and Jennifer had been stabbed about 35 times. The police located the shotgun and the knife. They found Ashlee's 3 younger sisters unharmed in the house. Ashlee, of course, was not in the house. By this point, she and Ryan were on the run again, still in her stepfather's truck. They were headed to Tennessee to stay for a while with Ashlee's aunt. Then they were going to continue on and start a magical new life together. Their fantasy would come to an end after the police intercepted them in Indiana. After Ashlee was taken into custody and was sitting in a police vehicle, an officer asked her if she knew why she was under arrest. She said it was about the murder, and added that she didn't mean to kill her mother. The police said that Ryan Sisko was not involved in the murders. Later, when Ashlee was interviewed, here's what she told the police. Her mother and her stepfather were fighting not far from her bedroom. They appeared to be fighting about this whole situation with Ryan's age. Her mother shot her stepfather with a 12-gauge shotgun. Ashlee approached her mother. Jennifer blamed Ashlee for the shooting that Jennifer just perpetrated. Her mother then grabbed a knife and attacked Ashlee. Ashlee managed to get control of the knife and stabbed Jennifer to death. Ashlee's sisters had a different story. They told the police that Jennifer was not upstairs when the shotgun was discharged 2 times. After a few days, Ashlee changed her story. She admitted that she killed both her stepfather and her mother. She framed it as if she was not really criminally responsible. Ashlee said that she had the shotgun with her in her bedroom because she was thinking about using it on herself. When she heard Thomas banging on the door, it gave her another idea of what she could do with the shotgun. Ashlee shot Thomas once in the neck and once in the head. Her mother then came upstairs and attacked her. Ashlee stabbed her mother to death. Ashlee was charged with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide for murdering her parents and 3 counts of false imprisonment for locking her sisters in the bedroom. Ashlee was facing life in prison, but the state offered her an unbelievable plea bargain. She pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree intentional homicide and was sentenced to only 23 years in prison. Now moving to my analysis. Some people look at this case and think that Thomas Ayers was a terrible man. Therefore, Ashlee should not have been dealt with harshly by the criminal justice system. They look at the 23-year sentence as appropriate or maybe even unnecessarily long in duration. Other people look at this situation and think that Ashlee beat the system. She claimed the murders happened in the heat of the moment, but in reality, she planned the murder. Was Ashlee Martinson guilty of premeditated homicide? Let's take a look at the evidence both for and against the idea that Ashlee was guilty, starting with the inculpatory evidence. According to Ashlee, she shot her stepfather twice with a shotgun and stabbed her mother 35 times. It seems clear that homicide was her intent. On March 6, 2015, which was Ashlee's 17th birthday and the day before the murders, Ashlee sent a Facebook message to her boyfriend, Ryan Sisko. She said that she was unhappy with her stepfather because he was beating her mother. Ashlee did not want to stay in the family home any longer. She said, quote, "I blank hate them too. I want to kill him so blank bad. Just take one of his guns and blow his blank brains out," unquote. Initially, Ashlee lied to the police about what happened. She blamed her mother for murdering her stepfather. Ashlee also claimed that she blacked out after she started stabbing her mother. It appears as though she had a case of responsibility evasion memory loss syndrome. On the day of the homicide, Ashlee was cut off from her 22-year-old boyfriend. Her parents had taken her cell phone and her car keys. Her freedom was greatly restricted. Right after the murder, Ashlee ran off with her boyfriend. It seems like freedom was the objective, like she committed the murder to gain freedom, not for any other reason. Moving to the exculpatory evidence, Thomas had a history of mistreating people. It did appear as though he physically attacked Jennifer on several occasions. Ashlee had been mistreated by several people throughout her lifetime. She was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and major depressive disorder. Perhaps the stress of the tension and mistreatment in the family home was simply too much for Ashlee to process. Considering all the evidence, do I think that Ashlee Martinson was guilty of premeditated homicide? Yes, I think she was guilty in reality and guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Ashlee certainly had her fair share of suffering, but it seems clear that she murdered her parents because she wanted to see her boyfriend. This was about getting her way and disrespecting the authority of her parents. The argument that Thomas was mistreating people in the family is not without merit, but it is important to remember that Ashlee stabbed her mother 35 times, in addition to shooting her stepfather. If Ashlee was really trying to end her stepfather's criminal career and to protect her mother, why did she kill her mother? That seems to work against the motive of protecting her, mostly because of the murder part. Ashlee needed to be held responsible for both homicides, even if her stepfather's homicide was somehow justified, and it wasn't. The murder of her mother was certainly not justified. Moving to the next question, What do I think happened in this case? This is just a theory, my opinion. Ashlee developed a lot of dark and disturbing thoughts and behaviors. She was rebelling against her mother and stepfather. Ashlee knew that having a 22-year-old boyfriend was going to aggravate her parents. She was aware that it was going to result in a major argument at some point. When her parents discovered this fact, Ashlee went to a friend's house, but Thomas took her back to the family home. So she was trying to get away from him. Thomas then left the family home for a short time, during which Ashlee retrieved one of his many illegally possessed shotguns. Her intent was to murder Thomas. When he came upstairs and banged on her bedroom door, Ashlee fired twice at close range. She may have believed that her stepfather's bad behavior would generate sympathy for her. Like some people might look at the situation and think, well, maybe it was justified. But Ashlee's motive for the murder was to be with her boyfriend. When her mother came upstairs, Ashlee was hoping that she could gain an ally, like Jennifer would stand behind Ashlee's decision. However, Jennifer was not pleased with Ashlee's shotgun-facilitated family structure modification. Ashlee was disappointed in her mother and did not want her mother to stop her from leaving. Again, she wanted to be with her boyfriend. Therefore, Ashlee stabbed her mother 35 times. Ashlee locked her sisters in a bedroom to avoid any interference with her escape. After Ashlee was arrested, she lied and made excuses for the murders. She was able to collect enough compassion from the people in the criminal justice system to avoid severe consequences. Ashlee has earned a high school diploma in prison, and she says that she feels happy and safe. She feels free in prison. This newfound freedom didn't stop her from filing an appeal of her sentence. I guess she was getting tired of all that freedom. Her appeal was denied. Hopefully, Ashlee can continue to enjoy her freedom for many years to come. One of the surprising elements of this case is how Ashlee murdered her mother. It's one thing for Ashlee to kill her stepfather due to his history, but why did she target her mother? In addition, the homicide seems to be deeply personal, like her choice to repeatedly stab her mother. Ashlee's behavior fits a pattern that we see across many different cases. If a daughter is mistreated by a father or stepfather, and her mother fails to protect her, the mother becomes a target. In some ways, even a larger target than the offender. Some daughters judge their mothers harshly for failing to accept responsibility and failing to take action. Ashlee's mother, Jennifer, may have elicited additional rage above and beyond what might be expected because it seems as though she went out of her way to put Ashlee in the line of fire. For example, Ashlee said that with one of her mother's boyfriends, Jennifer sent the boyfriend to give her a bath and into her room at night, almost like Jennifer was trying to satisfy the boyfriend's sadistic desires, which may take some of the heat off of Jennifer, like Ashlee represented a distraction for the offender. There is this sense that this wasn't just a failure to protect. Jennifer was taking an active role in the mistreatment. Ashlee expected her mother to demonstrate more bravery. Perhaps without realizing it, Jennifer forged the weapon of her own destruction through her failure to provide a peaceful and safe environment for her daughter. If Jennifer was at fault, she certainly was not completely to blame. Ironically, Ashlee pretended that empathy for her mother was the motive for the murder of her stepfather, but in reality, Ashlee was not able to empathize with her mother at all. She could not understand what Jennifer was going through. She could not see the world from her mother's perspective. To Ashlee, her mother was 100% to blame and deserved a lethal response. Those are my thoughts on the case of Ashlee Martinson. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. As always, I hope you found my analysis of this topic to be informative. Thanks for watching.